welcome back to Journeyteaches. So here I am to give you some tips about writing. Even if you are into freelance content writing, even if you are writing a book, even if you are providing any kind of writing services to business owners, to coaches, to consultants, to anybody else, here I am with some tips and tricks to follow during your writing process. This video has some small suggestions here and there of how to actually write the plot, the characters, the ideas, everything around that, the kind of steps and phases you undergo during writing, editing, proofreading, publishing, marketing, and some tips and tricks about how to actually manage all of these things. I know this is a very, very broad topic, but I've tried to cover some kind of suggestions and experiences I have learned from various kinds of people by attending webinars, by attending their workshops, and listening to different kinds of experienced speakers. I hope this helps. So here we begin. So the very first one is, if you are writing a story, first of all, select a plot. Select a basic idea around what your story is about and how will you actually move forward. What is the main idea which is depicted by your story? And then you can elaborate on this. Select an idea. If you are clear with your idea, if you are clear with the plot of the story, then only move ahead. Write keywords. Write some kinds of keywords related to that plot. Suppose I give you an example. There's a short story and the plot is around garden. The plot is the garden scene. So what are the keywords? People walking, children playing, swings, gym, and kind of birds and positive vibes all around, and birds in the sky, a lot of greenery, a lot of trees. These are the types of keywords around it. So this is your plot. Once your plot is selected, the kind of keywords you have in your mind or the kind of keywords you have written somewhere, they are done. Then move towards the characters. You do not have to decide on to the characters if you're writing a long one, but if you're writing a short one, you have to decide on the characters prior to the story, prior to beginning with the story. So what goes in a long one is you can introduce 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, whatever number of characters you want at the very beginning. Then what you can do is you can proceed with the story, and in between you can always include characters coming in which have to play a very short role, maybe a very short one in the story. So that way you can trust them. This is just an idea for you to actually start and to how to decide on to the characters. So the plot is decided, the characters are decided. Next we move on to arranging and actually writing. So just begin with the story. Just write whatever you have in mind. Just begin with it. You can use the current situation, you can use some of the past experience, you can use words like long ago or something like one night, one day, something like that. These interesting words go. Once you write everything, the next phase comes in editing. Do not edit your story along with writing, because if you edit your story along with writing, you might lose track of writing. Your ideas can get shuffled and they can get intermixed with each other. And if you edit along with writing, your focus can shift towards editing more and writing less. So kind of write everything. Write from your heart and kind of write everything, and then once you have completed, then edit. Or you can do this as well. If you are done writing for the day, then at the very end, you can start editing. After the editing is done, proofreading. Proofreading, editing can be a number of times you want. Just be kind of get satisfied with your story, because sometimes what happens is people want a perfect masterpiece to come out and they do not get satisfied with whatever they have written. But it doesn't work like that. You will not be able to generate a masterpiece wherein at the very first attempt. Edit your best, put in the valuable quotes, put in some relatable content, some story ideas, some amazing characters who have amazing story, who have amazing role to play in the story. Also, when you are writing your story, do not think about the marketing strategies. This is a very humble request. Please write from your heart. Do not think about the marketing strategies, because what happens is when you are writing and when you are thinking along with that, when you are thinking the marketing strategies are going in your head, you lose track of writing. One of the reasons why writer's block come is thinking about about the marketing strategies along with writing. It really doesn't help and it will cause you to stop writing. It can cause you to just leave it and just do not complete your task. But you do not have to do that. You do not have to think about the marketing strategies along with writing, because it really detaches you from the actual story, the actual emotions, the kind of ideas you want to portray, and the kind of ideas you want to deliver. And marketing strategies can always come afterwards. Some people say that marketing should be done even after beginning the story and even after writing or along with writing. It holds somewhat true, but in most of the cases, it really detaches you from actually writing from your heart and producing a beautiful story. I kind of advise to avoid marketing when you are writing your story. The next step can be, when you are completed with your story, the next step can be publishing. So you need to publish your story. It can be traditional publishing or self-publishing. It can be anything. It completely depends upon you. How do you want your book to be out? If you can manage with everything, if you can manage to publish your book, self-publish your book on Amazon, arranging for the cover, arranging for everything. If you can manage on your own, going with local people who design covers or everything like that, it's completely your choice. And traditional publishing, the kind of experience you get, the kind of experience and advice you get from your publishers is really exceptional, because they are in the industry from then, when you weren't a writer, when you haven't thought of actually writing a book or writing a story. They are in the market, they know the marketing strategies, they know the market from that time. So they can give you exceptional advices and exceptional kind of suggestions. They can help you with cover images, they can help you with editing, publishing, marketing, everything. A kind of commission gets to them, and you do not want to get a bare minimum out of your published work, your published story, your own book, which is your baby, which acts like a baby. But the kind of exposure and experience and wonderful, valuable suggestions you get are amazing. You can consult any publishing house. If you do not want to get published from them, you can consult with them. Even if you do not get to publish from them, the publishing house or anything, you can still consult with them, or you can consult with an experienced person, or maybe better if you get to consult with an experienced writer who has already published a book. So this can be really helpful. Seeking advice is really helpful every time, in any case, in any field, in any task, in any kind of work you do. Coming to the marketing strategies, you should talk about your upcoming project. You can post snippets from the kind of story. You can post some kind of interesting things, some kind of funny or kind of engaging interactions you have in your story. Of course, you do not want to spill all the beans, but you can just post something exciting so that people are waiting for your book or maybe your story to come. And of course, your pre-launch period, your pre-launch period, you get a lot of registrations and a lot of people are waiting for your project to come in. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you get some insights into actually writing, publishing, some kind of things you get to learn. It would be really great, and I'll really appreciate myself if you get to learn somewhat out of this. So if you do, give it a like and share it with others. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Till then, take care. Thank you for watching.